My dad passed away about 6 years ago. I was very, very close with him. Music was a big thing that I shared with him and with my mom too. Losing him makes me feel like there is no backup plan. I don't have anything in Dublin to go back to. When I moved over here, I always kind of look for things that remind me of him. He was a jazz critic, so he was like paid to sit and listen to music and write about it. I almost do the same thing here where I get paid to sit and listen to music, it's just before it's released. It's basically the same job. That makes me feel really close to him when I think of these little ways that he lived his life, and I kind of like to mirror that in my life now. I know he would be proud of me no matter what I do. That's probably a massive motivator. Just like looking for those little things that remind me about him. I really like doing that. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. He had a musical ear from a very young age that he was picking out melodies on the piano and stuff. I remember him telling the story of sitting on the stairs as his aunties were speaking to his mother, and they were like, you can't sell that piano because that kid has something, like he's clearly very musical and he's really drawn to the instrument. They just couldn't afford to keep the piano, so they had to sell it in order to have enough money for the family. There was just no other choice, unfortunately. You know, it was early 1940s in Ireland. They needed to get enough money to feed the family. It put into context the privilege that we had to be able to go to music lessons and have music teachers. Not just have an instrument in our home that we could play, but also have teachers and a music school to go to. I remember being sat in my classroom, and I was 7. I looked out the window and I saw my mum and my dad walking out of the school with the cello on their back, and they were like, this is the cello, and I was like, oh my God. So I was so excited, I was so excited. We used to play at weddings sometimes, so we did Vachadel. Or we played that in the Harp of Melba. And Josie Joy of Mondegreen, I played a lot with my mum. But so cool. Definitely gonna get there. I had a very intense period growing up of doing a lot of classical music competitions, and I did it very seriously for a teenager. I was actually very anxious all the time, and I wasn't enjoying the competitions, and I was kind of doing it because I felt I should. And then I remember someone turned around to me and she was like, do you actually enjoy this? And I remember being like, oh my gosh, no one's ever asked me that. I said, oh sure, yeah, but I didn't mean it. I remember coming off stage once and just thinking, I never, ever, ever want to go on a stage ever again in my life. Okay. My dad passed away. Everybody I knew was also leaving Ireland. I just packed up all of my stuff into my car, and then I booked the boat and I drove over with a one-way ticket, which was kind of mad. I moved over with no job, no prospects, hardly any money. I didn't know anyone. I'd emailed 10 studios a day. Almost no one replied. I cried every day. I called my mom and I was like, this is so hard. But I knew it was the right thing for me to do, which was what kind of got me through that period. We're doing well. Yeah, we were doing well. Yeah, we're doing very well. I guess they were quite early, were they?
Yeah. Our loss berated us for it. Like, you never play the mic before the drummer arrives.
Yeah, literally.
Which is honestly like really good advice.
Yeah. No. Please keep
There's this piece. So my mum and I have this thing where this is so TMI. We picked our songs for our cremations.
Yeah.
And hers is a short ride in a fast machine.
Yeah.
And something like that.
Sorry.
What's up? straight to the live room?
Sure, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, sure you guys.
Love working with Marcela. But what I enjoy so much about working with her is we're both very comfortable with each other, that we can say, oh, I forgot to do that, or could you go do that now?
Fucking burn now, I don't know.
What did you just say?
Fucking burn now, like, oh,
Proper posh and something? What?
I don't push the door.
Oh, yeah, they're all super heavy, that's true. Yeah, no, a good place to save your life.
South Africa, I reckon.
Every session you go into, I feel like there's always a bit of nervous energy at the beginning. Will I angle it down so it's a bit more level?
Maybe not angling it down, but just like put it down like that.
You're like self-esteem in shreds.
It's already in shreds, alright? I'm already broke, okay?
Oh God, have us.
I don't think you can. It's too late now.
No, sadness.
Have you gone through the headphone next year with them?
No.
Nice. We I'm going straight in for this. But
Go for it, go for it.
I got to be a recordist on a session, a few sessions at Abbey Road for International Women's Day in 2024 as part of their Abbey Road Equalise event. So they had 3 days with sessions with female fronted bands, fully female engineering production team, and then we had like aspiring engineers, producers, artists come in and watch and ask questions. That was a really, really special opportunity for me, and it was one that Marcela who's an assistant at Abbey Road, kind of helped me get that, put me forward for that. Nice, lovely. How are you feeling?
The part that comes in after it.
Yeah.
Effectively, it's slightly off.
They're literally leaning into the chorus, I think it does. I think that's a couple of my demo tracks that might be thrown in. Obviously, if he's just following the click.
I historically have been kind of a shy person.
The click more than the track, you should
She's
be
a
alright.
friend of mine, and Marcela as well, who's with us today. I said to her, if you need help on Pro Tools, I can do that. And it paid off. Like, it's one of those things that I think maybe particularly as a woman, we're less inclined to put ourselves forward to things and ask for what we want. But it really paid off, and it was like, yeah, the biggest point for me up until that point in my career. So really, really special to be on a fully female engineering team as well for a few days. That meant a lot. I joined music production for women as a member after I'd done like a music production course. I was really taken with the vibe of the community. She was hiring, and I did the interview process. Somebody else got the job, and I was hired as a kind of secondary person with a few other people just to give a few ideas on things we could do. So then it kind of just spawned into something else, and it kind of worked really well having someone based in London for the company too. And then a year later we did our first in-person event after COVID, and we had like nearly 200 women in a room learning music production. And then yeah, just since then it's kind of grown from there.